To work with data, you should be familiar with some of the most common file types. So amongst other things, you should know that CSV files represent tabular data, look like spreadsheets, or something like this. And JSON files appear everywhere, and they can represent similarly tabular data, but also nested tabular data of any type like that. They contain key value pairs and are the standard format for sharing data across the internet. These are structured file formats as opposed to unstructured, and that's because they contain values which you know the meaning of based on the key. So based on where you're going to find them in the file, you know what kind of information they contain. In contrast, you've got other data types like images or video or audio, which you should be familiar with, but they are unstructured data types. And that's because in any of those kind of files, you don't know exactly what the meaning of particular information in a particular position is. For example, the example I always give is text data. The first thing in the text file isn't necessarily going to be the title for every document. And in those formats, you don't have human readable headings or guidelines of exactly what different parts of the data represent, so they're unstructured. You should be comfortable with different image formats, PNG, JPEG, and different text formats like TXT or PDF, and you should understand how all of them are represented as data. And if you're going to be working with data, you're probably going to be doing that in Python, so you should understand what a .py file is, how to run them from the terminal, how not to run them. There's a few ways you can break that. And you should also understand notebook files, which combine both Markdown, which is just text for providing descriptions and explanations, as well as these cells which can run Python code. And there are loads of other file types out there, but I won't go into them. If you understand these, then you can understand the rest and you're ready to get started.